Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing while we mention those who have passed since our last meeting. Howard Fisher Jr. Juan Narizari. Eva Shields. Lovey Redding. Roll call. Mike Pacheco.
Here.
Joe.
Present.
John Frost. Here. Mr. Brown, Bill Brown's not here tonight, he's on vacation. And so we have 4 board members. One absent. Fire exits are directly behind me. Do not use the elevator, don't go that way. There's a problem. Correspondence,
Nothing.
attorney concerns?
None that we haven't already gone over.
Petitioners, now people that are on Zoom, if they're on Zoom or in the audience and have any concerns with the town board, just come up, state your name and your concern. Or ask to be on the Zoom to discuss the same. With nobody coming forward, we're going to move to, it is now actually 7:05, so we're going to start our public hearing, the continuation of a public hearing. The purpose of this continuation of public hearing is to receive input and comments from the public regarding the local law number 1 of 2024, a local law to amend chapter 112 zoning by correcting an erroneous reference to an incorrect section allowing as an exemption an owners or caretakers residence in a campground or RV park. So this is the continuation of a prior public hearing.
We were waiting for our town board to comment on it, and it's my understanding that their comment was no comment.
Yeah.
And the county said no comment.
So town board or the town planning board.
The town planning board and the
Town
county.
planning board and the county planning board have no comments. Therefore, do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to close the
Mike
public
makes
hearing.
that motion to close the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
None. Johnny made the second, so all in favor?
Aye.
No, is it a resolution? It's not a resolution.
No, no.
Motion to close.
So it's a motion to close, so all in favor?
Aye.
And the motion is carried for, with 1 absent. Resolution here by the town board of the town of Wawarsing to adopt local law number 1 of 2024 to amend chapter 112 zoning to correct chapter 112-41 D2K. And that is roll call. This is a roll call.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Mike?
Aye. Aye.
Aye. And I vote aye. That's 4 with an absent. That resolution is carried. The next resolution is the town board approves the supervisor to execute an intermunicipal cooperation agreement between the town of Wawarsing and the Ellenville Central School to use the school district's property and facilities, specifically the swimming pool at the Ellenville Central School. This agreement shall remain in effect through May 31st, 2024.
I'll make the
30.
motion. 34.
30, correct.
I'll make the motion for the resolution.
I'll second. All, individual roll call,
Aye.
Mike, Joe,
Aye.
Johnny, aye, and I vote aye, that's 4 with 1, absent. That resolution stands. They're using the facilities, which is
Right.
the big part of it's the pool, but they're using the playground areas and stuff like that.
Very nice.
That was listed as facilities.
And that it cost us $1.
Very nice.
All right, so let's see, town board, there's no budget modifications.
No.
Let's approve the bills as audited. We have 3 signatures.
Yes.
Motion,
I'll make a motion.
Joe makes a motion,
I'll second.
John seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to accept the minutes of the March 7th, the March 21st regular audits.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That motion's carried. For 3 and 4. Number 5, town board to authorize the supervisor to execute the spectrum service order on behalf of the town of Wawarsing for 10 Institution Road, Napanock, New York.
So moved.
Second?
Mike makes that motion, John seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to accept the resignation of Carolyn Peters Baker from the Wawarsing Joint Park and Recreation Commission. Her resignation is effective as of March 21st, 2024.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
John makes the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 7, town board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for the position of Ellenville Wawarsing Parks and Recreation Commission. This position is to fill an unexpired term ending on December 31st, 2026. Applications are due back to the town clerk by noon on April 25th, 2024.
So moved.
Second?
Mike makes the motion, John seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve to hire Douglas Meyer for the position of court security officer in the Justice Court on a per diem basis. This per diem rate will be $102.37. This is subject to a pre-employment physical and drug testing.
Make a motion. Second.
Joe makes that motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Number 9, town board to authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 7 for J&J SAS Electric Inc. to draw down from 90,000 allowance for specifications 012-100, section 3.3A4 for modifications for data coordination with the town's highway department and the town's IT service provider WebJogger. The amount of the drawdown is $11,676.36.
So moved.
The remaining balance of the withdrawn will be $9,586.45.
I'll second Johnny's motion.
Johnny makes the motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to authorize the supervisor to execute change order number 1F for A. Calaruso and Sons Inc. for bid item overruns and underruns in excess of 10%. The revised contract amount is $335,441.10.
Make a motion.
Joe makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town number 11, town board to accept the resignation of Mary Shealy from the town of Wawarsing Planning Board. Her resignation is effective as of March 26, 2024.
I'll sadly make that motion.
I'll sadly second it.
Mike makes a motion and Joe seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to renew flood insurance with Selective Insurance for Napanock Sewer Plant in the amount of $13,122.
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Joe makes that motion. Johnny seconds it. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 13, town board to authorize the supervisor to execute municipal parks and recreation sub-award agreement with the county of Ulster.
So moved.
Second.
John makes the motion, Joe seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. Town board to approve the Shawangunk Garden Club to plant a dogwood tree next to Dale Craft's bench at Lippman Park on Arbor Day, April 26, in memory of Millie Giamichael.
So moved.
Second.
Mike makes the motion, Johnny seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried. 15, town board to authorize an outside user agreement between the town of Wawarsing, Wawarsing Water District, and Richard Hammond with an address of 6437 Route 209, Carnoxon, New York, SBL 761379-100.
Just a quick discussion. I talked to this gentleman. He has the proper contractor lined up, Jim Montana. Everyone's on the same page. It should be my first time doing it, but it should be nice and smooth to get an outside user on.
Mr. Montana is not the contractor.
He's not the contractor, no, he just, the,
Yeah, supervisor.
correct, yes.
Yes.
Mr. Hammond understands the order that needs to happen, for the steps.
Good.
So you're making that motion, Joe?
Long-winded way of making that motion, yes.
I'll second.
I appreciate
Joe
it.
makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 16, town,
Oh, sorry, Terry. I think that starting here, Bill, we have to change.
Yeah, we
the
can
language.
do number 16, I guess.
Okay,
16, town board to receive map plan and report for the Port Bend extension of a Wawarsing Water District.
Discussion quick, so this is just us saying we've received that packet, right?
Yeah, see.
Got it, okay.
Okay.
So, and next I would ask if somebody make a motion to authorize the supervisor to sign the part one environmental assessment form that was prepared by LaBelle and received by me 10 minutes after 5 this afternoon.
Which is this full environmental assessment?
Yeah, it's about a 13-page document. I think you signed the first page or the last page. One or the other. I think the first.
First page.
That's in correspondence to 16.
That's
It's not,
17.
it's gonna be after, it's me number 7.
Okay, we didn't finish it.
No, we didn't finish six.
We didn't make a
Okay.
motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, I think you did.
Yeah.
No,
No,
not yet.
apologies, I just wanted to understand. So I will make a motion to
I'll
accept.
second the motion.
Johnny makes a motion for 16, Mike
I'll
seconds
second
it, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now 17 would be to,
Well, there'd be a motion to authorize you to sign that part one.
So
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I will make a motion to allow the town supervisor to sign the full environmental assessment form, part one, project and setting for the Port Bend extension of the Wawarsing Water District.
And I'll second that.
John makes a motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion's carried.
So it just logically, it's not exactly in the same order on your agenda, but this will be a resolution to declare the town as lead agent for this project, lead agency, and to notify the various interested and involved agencies. There's a form, a 6-page document that Hazen has prepared, which needs to accompany those various agencies. And then that environmental form that you just signed would also need to be sent to them. I believe they'll actually do the mailing or emailing tomorrow if we get it to them. It will be a resolution.
I'll make the motion for that resolution.
Actually, I got Joe doing it with seconded by, because he's the water and sewer guy.
There you go.
Okay, so Joe, you make the motion?
Bill, I know you,
Resolution here.
can I read what you had, I just want to make sure.
You're proclaiming tomorrow to be Bill Collier Day.
As you read to it.
Not today, was it?
So I'm in the top part right here.
Yeah, just a.
Make a motion to, resolution of the town of Wawarsing, to initiate the state environmental quality review for type 1 action coordinated review for the proposed Wawarsing Water District Port Bend extension.
I will second that motion.
Joe made the motion and Johnny seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution.
Roll call with Michael,
Aye.
Joe,
Aye.
Aye.
and I vote aye.
Bill Brown will be very upset.
That's 4 with
One absent.
one absent. All right, so how about 18? That's-
17.
Now we're really doing something.
Yeah, no, really.
No.
So now 17 is town board to adopt order calling for a public hearing on the establishment of an extension of district for May 2nd, 2024, at 7:05, and have town clerk publish notice thereof.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Joe makes motion, Mike seconds it, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is carried. 18, town board to complete.
We sort of did 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I read.
That was the second one that you read, Joe.
Got it.
All right, at this point, there's no other motion to be given.
And I just got one last one, which would be a resolution to hold the public hearing on May 2nd at 7:05 PM. And in this particular case, I believe the town clerk should send a copy of the map plan and report and the public notice, which I'll give to Jackie, to each of the 36 residents. It's a small district. And there's some indication that in addition to posting it, you should send it to the 36 households and then also to the comptroller. But we don't need the comptroller's permission for this because there's no fund, there's no bonding. So,
State control.
yeah, New York City. Yeah, if you were gonna do bonding for borrowing money, sometimes the comptroller's office has to okay. But in this case, it would.
Is there something you want us to read down there?
Yeah, if you wanted to, read the top. Yeah, so I don't know if I put Joe on that also, because he's Water guy?
Yeah, Joe's water guy.
Oh, here we go, water buddy.
Yeah, water boy.
I always wanted that name. All right, make a resolution to hold a public hearing on May 2nd at 7:05 for the proposed formation of a special district extension of the town of Wawarsing in the Port Bend area.
Second.
Bill makes a motion, Johnny seconds it, all in favor?
I'll-
Doing your resolution, where's Bill Brown tonight?
I'll remind you.
I think I'm doing it on purpose. So resolution, Mike, you.
Aye.
And Joe?
Aye.
I,
And I vote aye. That's four and one absent. So I believe that at this point is we're getting into superintendent concerns of the highway.
I don't have any, but Bill, Joe, I talked to our guys, I think we're gonna try to go down and open that road up ourselves. Which we're down to the well.
Well,
We're gonna take our excavator. I'm gonna try to go down and,
Jimmy and I talked yesterday about going down Friday or Monday. I was gonna take videos and pictures for the board. I was gonna walk down. What day we plan on doing this? Because I want to be there.
well, it dries up a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
I know we can get down to our excavator and open it up.
So like late next week, you think?
No, probably a couple weeks,
Oh, a couple weeks, okay.
couple weeks. I'm gonna get rid of Paul,
Thank you.
all right?
Appreciate that.
Maybe we can save some money. I want to talk to the board about my used forklift, but I don't know all the details yet for the new building. We're meeting at the park tomorrow,
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. You gonna be there or no? Okay. Other than that, I'm good.
That's about the algae.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Excuse me,
Where is that at? You know,
Linden Park?
Live in the park.
yeah, no, I know where it is. Where is the process? What's happening?
We're in the process of discussing and deciding on how to address it, because there's
Lots of issues
a
right
ton of ways to deal with it. And it's just not, okay, you go down and clean it up. There's, do you dredge it? Do you put a pump in? Do you put this in? This morning I talked to, Mr. Traver from Catskill Ponds, and he's been basically, he put the system in down there, the individual, 5 systems there, pumps in the pump. At one point, we used to have, if you remember, first we had a fountain. There, that fountain was done by the Catskill Ponds, and, we had a lengthy discussion this morning with our maintenance guy, with Tony, and we're looking at the pond to see what the best way to resolve the issue is. We talked with the DEC, a specific person at the DEC, and there wasn't any, you have to do it this way. There's more than one way to do it. So we're trying to do it and do it the right way in accordance with what the DEC wants. But it's just too much to discuss right now. I mean, is it wheat, barley, pellets, or is it grass? And then there's the chemicals, is it dredging? There's 3 or 4 very different types of ways to deal with it. And we have to find out the best way that's gonna work for the long run or the short version.
What happened with the fountain, by the way? Can everybody tell me what happened to the
I
fountain?
think it,
I think it froze and broke at one
I
time.
think it did, because he put it in about 16 years ago, and, we haven't, we're also talking about replacing, actually, that pump there was just replaced about 2 years ago, but then some of the, what do they call them, yeah, the air, so there's 5 aerators in there, but the extent, what it goes from the aerator to the pump, what's that called? Just the hose or
Just
what?
a pipe.
So that, it could be the pipe that might be hurting the system, but there's a number of things. The pond is shallow, so there's ways to treat shallow ponds.
Right now, it's just a discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to find the best way for the least amount of money. Right? Yeah, but it could be expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it could literally be,
I don't say.
it could be a big number, I mean, huge, we don't know. So, but we'll have more information after tomorrow morning. All right, anything else, Tony? Bill Brown, what do you say, Bill? Johnny Frost.
All right, so some updates for broadband and IT services. We continue to take positive steps forward towards getting the articulating camera that is able to recognize where sound is coming from, zoom in on people. Steps are being taken to continue to get that to work. It is on, it is working. Now we are working on the storage device needed on the back end on the server in order for it to actually record video to it. So we'll continue working on getting that going. Other good news is in my excitement of getting the Zoom started, I forgot to continue to move forward. But we can now live stream directly to our Facebook page. So please plan on the next meeting, absolutely having that running. For those of you who may have caught for 5 minutes that there was a weird video of me staring into a camera on our Facebook page, I apologize. It's deleted, gone.
I'll make sure you hear next time.
Yeah, but it is working and I'm excited about that. So you'll have another place to view it. Additionally, as I said last meeting, these meetings will be posted to YouTube and we are getting closer to getting them from Zoom to channel 23 as well. So I anticipate by next meeting, we'll have all of that completed. Recreation department and pools didn't have anything other than the excitement of the municipality agreement with the school through 2034 for $1. I think that's fantastic. And I think that's it for me today. Thank you.
Joe?
Just to touch on the Port Bend extension. Last night we had a meeting and I'd like to thank the public. I was impressed by the turnout. The overall tone of it was a lot of curious people, a lot of unknown was cleared up. So I thank the public for coming out and taking the time to educate themselves versus hearing stuff or, maybe seeing stuff on Facebook, but they heard it from, the horse's mouth himself. And, thank Labella and their team as well as DEP. I thought they did a phenomenal display and presentation. They really explained it exactly what's going on below ground and how it affects us above ground. And they have a plan and it's an attainable plan. And it was a healthy 2-hour meeting. But by the end of it,
2 hours and 45 minutes.
2 hours and 45 minutes, sorry. And in the beginning, it was kind of, going one way, but I feel like at the end, people were, they felt better and more comfortable with the situation. So thank you for everyone last night, all parties involved.
So on that note, John Milgram was one of the presenters. He used to be one of the deputy county executives and now he works for the DEP. And then Russell Irvin Mead was here from Jason Labella. And he's the one that found the water for the 3 wells on the eastern correctional property for the Wawarsing Water District. Which is very, very reliable, very exceptional employee of that company, obviously. And really brought, to do that was not the easiest thing to do. And he brought the Fort Jervis Trough area down on the cornfield in Napadoc. And so he's somebody that was really done a great job in that. But again, like Joe said, I think this affects approximately 35 properties. So some of them
36.
some of them are state properties, and some of them are owned by, some of the people own multiple properties. So it's really not, it's probably almost everybody from that area here last night.
Agreed.
So in that respect, it was a good productive meeting.
Agreed. The Wawarsing Water District, I finally got Tam, who's responsible for the SCADA. Their big things we're certainly going to be covering April 15th, not this Monday, but next Monday. They are going to be programming the sand filter and the high lift pump. So that is all we're missing to finish up with the County Board of Health. And I'm excited for what's next, but I kind of have a date because it's not easy to get some of these people in a room together. So April 15th, which is right before a meeting 2 weeks from now. So I'll be able to let everyone know an update from that. And lastly, not related to my liaison, but just, a special shout out to Cassie and Charlie Deschamps. I know that their Heroes program is coming to fruition. I spent time up in Lake George a couple years back in the northern end by Tongariro, and you can see all the hero flags up there. And I think it's gonna be great for our town to have up all around, and a lot of proud people that are currently here, that were here, but it's gonna be a nice addition. So thank you for your hard work, Cassie and Charlie Deschamps. So
I think Walden is it now, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Walden's at him.
Paulsboro's got it,
Walker,
Bethel's got it, Liberty's got it. It's all over now. It's good to see.
I'm gonna walk that way.
that's all I have.
Mike, Michelle.
Okay, start with emergency services. Calls for the month of March, Cohasset Fire, 11 calls, Mackinac Fire, 20 calls, Ellenville Fire, 49. Ellenville Rescue, 157 calls. Biggest thing to talk about right now is that there is a burn ban effect until May 14th. Open burning is not permitted. Folks, there's some severe fines. There's also possibly loss of life and property. Open burning is the single greatest cause of wildfires. So please, the weekend's coming up. Nice weather's coming in. It's perfect timing for brush fires. The humidity's low. It's a lot of bad things that can happen with
The wind
brush
is
fires.
pretty strong.
Yeah, it's ripe for burning, and we're asking to please just hold off. Even after all this rain, it's still gonna be pretty dry coming in. Recruitment New York is where the volunteer fire services all throughout the state open up firehouses. This year it happens to be April 13th and 14th. We're not asking, we're actually begging for people to volunteer. New York State, as well as all the rest of the states in the country, are seeing a tremendous falling off of membership and volunteers. There's a lot that's requested and required by the state. We do train just like the paid departments do. You have to have time to put in. Don't let it scare you. It's just something you need to know ahead of time, but there always is something to do if you don't want to go into a fire and fight fires. There's something to do outside. There's always something you can do. We really push for volunteers. It really helps to save the taxpayers a lot of money. And it's a great way for someone who wants to move on for a paid fire service job. It's a great way for them to learn. It's like a stepping stone. You train the same exact way as a paid department. So just something to keep in mind. As far as the building department goes, we had 18 new permits in the month of March, 39 inspections and 17 COs. So it definitely was a slowdown, which is good because it's gearing us up for this next season. We also training somebody in the office. I didn't get a chance to talk to TJ today, but I want to see what their level of training is on this new software that's being implemented. So
Plus,
I'll find out.
plus the camps will be open.
Yeah, so permits will be flowing in pretty soon. Tony, again, I just want to say thank you to your crew, doing a phenomenal job. We went to sleep, it was summertime. We woke up this morning, it was winter time. The roads are pretty tough. I drive around a lot on our roads. Our roads are in pretty good shape compared to even 17. It's pothole city everywhere you go, but our roads are in really good shape, and that's thank you to you and your crew. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So that's all I have for this evening.
Everything that Mike said. I agree.
Terry, you're next.
There you go. Hands on.
So can I make a motion to adjourn?
We're gonna go to executive.
Yeah, we have to go into executive, not to reconvene. It's for personnel. So I'll make the motion to go into, I'll make the motion to
Not to- Go into executive and not to reconvene.
not to reconvene.
I will second that.
Jerry, you want to give me those two things you signed? I want to get them over to Lavella, and then I'll get them over, then I'll bring them back and give them to Jackie.
That's one of the reasons I had the executive.